So you can see all the FRSs are here, probably for checkout from me and see what's going on.
Top auto parts. So I'm an enthusiast.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. We're a big supporter of this vertical, and love supporting these cars. And
Where are you guys located?
we're actually located here in Las Vegas.
Oh, so again,
So we're local. So we like to have a big presence. We're SEMA members, so we like to come out here and support a lot of the guys as they go to SEMA. Help them with their social media and online presence. So,
you just adding it to your website, or?
no, we actually we'll go out there and help them do their online marketing. So if they're like a club, like a local club, so we travel a lot. We're really big in Southern California. It's a community thing, so it's a win-win situation. So not only, first and foremost, the car owners should be the focus, right? So as long as they're happy, then they're spending money, right? And they're modifying their cars, and they're constantly coming back to vendors, and the manufacturers love that. The vendors win. Everybody gets to have a good time doing it. So, but you got to put the members first. You got the forums. You got to put the car owners first. And, that's why we're here. But these are the funner cars, right? So these are the ones we like to come down and everybody can have fun with. You can go to do the autocross, right? And have a good time. So this is a great car to do that with because it's these car owners are passionate. The market is nice. There's a low barrier to entry with the cost of the car, so someone can get a car for relatively cheap. Right. And there's so many mods that they can do right off the lot.
Yeah.
That it makes it easy for people to make. In fact, we were actually speaking with somebody this morning, and she had just bought a BRZ. And she wasn't actually going out looking for it, but she was looking for different cars. But then when she didn't even know what a BRZ was, she goes onto the Subaru lot, sees one, falls in love with it. Now she has it, and now she immediately wants to start modifying it.
So I got this BRZ right here. Because people who do the tuner stuff, there's more individuality.
I think there's, because it's a foreign car, it makes it easier for both US-based companies and foreign companies to get into the game. It's an easier car to modify, so there's a lot more options, and everybody just wants to be a part of that. When you look at something that's like intake, well, everybody wants to do an intake. Some intakes work, some don't. Everybody wants to do an exhaust. Again, some intakes or some exhausts work, some don't.
So why do you think that the FRS is a good starting point to actually tune the BMW?
It's a good starting point because the cost, like I said, off the lot is really inexpensive. Someone can get an FRS for under 25, right? They can immediately start modifying it with something as simple as a strut arm, right? $150, and just that right there, you just put $150 into it, and you've already changed the feel of the car. You can go with a suspension system, a new coilover suspension. It's going to cost you probably starting at $1,000, but more like around $2,000 when you're done. Or you can just go with the coils, and it costs you $500 out the door. And you just put the coils over, and you just completely change the feel of the car. So now you're into it for $700 with two mods, and you've already completely changed the look and the feel of the car. That's why it's so easy. That's why it's so exciting for car owners, is that they can come in there and you can do the big ticket items, or you can do the little ticket items, and it doesn't matter.
What about the style of the FRS? What kind of separates it from the other import types?
It's cooler, right? I just think it looks sporty.
Yeah.
It's not good for a big guy like me. For you, it's perfect. You can fit in there and be nice and snug, right?
Works for me.
But no, it's awesome. They're awesome to see. They're awesome to see on the road. We went to the autocross last night, and we got to see some people who were experienced drivers. We got to see a lot of the guys that are here today on there for the very first time, and it was exciting. Just want to share this space with other people who don't know what an FRS is, or they don't know what a BRZ is. And even if they saw it on the road, they would say, dude, that is a cool looking car. What is it? You know, and that's what this car does. It gets people to look, it gets people to say, what is that? And so now you're going to introduce a lot of people to that. So have fun.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Richard. Pete, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Enjoy the show.
Yeah, you too.
What are you looking for?
I just want to ask you some questions.
Oh, yeah.
Turbo.
Go ahead.
Turbo.
Okay, here's the thing. The base turbo kit, the base hardware, is the same whether it's stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3, stage 4. So when we say stage 1, it's really base turbo kit. Then stages after that is additional hardware. Standard power, we're looking at 5, this is 5 PSI, now we're running 6 PSI. At 5 PSI, you're looking, you're getting a good 100 foot-pounds of torque at 3,000-4,000 RPM difference. But that's with the standard exhaust, complete standard exhaust. It's with the full exhaust system, higher boost levels. Still not on the bigger injectors and fuel pump and not on the clutch, but we got to like 295 wheel horsepower on the same setup. And we've got an Australian motor, same turbo, same setup, but it's running E85 injectors, fuel pump, got the clutch, he's doing 380 wheel horsepower.
So, are you guys switching your actuator now? Because I know it was 5, right? Are you guys switching it to 6? Or?
Yeah, all the kits right now are the default is a 6. It's a 7 that basically tapers off to 6. So this car, the Avio FRS, we tested it coming down to here, going back. 92 octane, it's fine, it's happy, it's going brilliant. Coming to California, half a tank to 92, half a tank to 91, still fine. No, the ignition timing is fine, AFR, everything stays fine. Straight 91, ignition timing comes back, everything's dialing itself back, going, I don't like this gas, So that's the cut line really for us, East Coast, all 93. They can run the 6-7 PSI or the 8 PSI, they'd be fine. Midwest, Texas 93, they're fine.
Have the exhaust, you could do this with 6?
Yeah. Because the problem with having the exhaust in a full stock exhaust is there's a lot of back pressure. You take out the standard front pipe and crossover and front pipe, replace it with this, picks up 30 wheel horsepower. 3 PSI of back pressure, literally. It's the sound tube. It doesn't need to be hard. The main pipe is wire reinforced.
Oh, food?
The intercooler we're doing wire reinforced silicone. There's no reason to move it because it's going to hold 50 PSI plus. You can stand on it. It's the same strength as that. You can try it now if you want. It's not going to burst for pressure. Not on the pressure level, especially if we're running here. It's far superior in terms of actual construction and will last longer than the steel aluminum pipes will. It's the base turbo kit. We call it stage 1, but let's say base turbo kit with supporting components. You could take a base, do a boost controller, and the map sensor and exhaust and call that a stage 2 for instance if you want. We're doing our stage 2 around the idea you're going to have a turbo kit, front pipe, crossover pipe, 3-bar map sensor, upgraded actuator. Because we know what it is. We can make a base map based on those parameters. When somebody comes to me and says, I've got a complete, manifold back exhaust already, I'm like, yes, I sell you the rest of the components for stage 2, the actuator, etc. But we can't guarantee the base map.
But you would definitely need a clutch, everything else you see here, exhaust, preferably 3-inch, but minimum 2.5, injectors, pump, and a lot more tuning. A lot of people don't realize this, but when we initially announced the Avio's turbo kit, that's at 5 PSI, it was 5 PSI, but his car, since November last year, was at 10 PSI. Wow. Yeah, and that was doing something like 275. Because we do endurance testing as well, too, before we can even operate.
For me,
I would say 260 would be a comfortable.
Yeah, it's the.
Oh,
it's
92 octane. 91 will probably be 245.
It's only about 2
245,
weeks old,
250.
so.
I mean, with the right.
As good as any.
Yeah, exactly.
If you got a car where all the boxes are ticked, it was put together on a Wednesday and on a Friday, you know,
Centennial.
you could get it up to say 290 on a glory run on the dyno, but you wouldn't want to run it daily on that, especially if you don't know the gas quality. You know, we got to 94 octane supposedly in California, not California, Canada, and that performed worse than the 92 octane.
The baseline maps are pretty safe because they're conservative. But that's meant for you to go drive around and whatnot.
The thing is here, you take our baseline map and you can run it anywhere, because we're looking at 91 octane. We're going, okay, we have to consider that it's probably going to run on 91 octane.
A lot of things come into play, but people don't really want to hear that. Because that adds to cost.
So you keep it safe. You use the stock fan system.
Oh yeah, everything is 100% OEM, yeah. And we didn't even use water weather coming down here because I wanted to see the extent of how hot the car was. So this will be officially the second kid that's driven from Washington to Glasgow and back.
Yeah, and you got taken care of. You know, he loaned you the wax on.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's what's great.
I have an opinion about this member, so I'm sure.
Everybody should help each other.
People taking off, but we're all still here. These guys keep it. Might be a little too hot, huh?
Yeah, it's 3 hours of driving,
can't
one
hang.
way, like 6 hours.
All right, here we go. Just checking out. We're here at the FRS Expo. We're taking off right now.
This side.
Yeah.
How can
Are you guys going that way? Yeah, we're over here in Vegas, just checking out the scene. Got a little hungry after all that, you know, stuff. Yeah, overall, it was an okay meet. I was hoping there were more cars. From what I saw today, it just seemed like people are still more into like just mild builds, you know, body kit, wheels, maybe thinking about a supercharger, a turbo, you know, nothing major, at least not in this type of event. But yeah, I mean, but it's still good to just kind of talk to the people in the scene, or at least the FRS group, and you know, it's a good way to just kind of, I guess, bond with other people who are into their cars, you know, in the FRS, to realize that other people are as into their cars as I am about my car. So that's definitely a good thing, you know. I mean, I thought maybe I was the only one who was crazy about my car, but I guess not. You know what I mean? So it's cool. It's cool to see that, you know. So that one is a good thing. That experience is good, you know, just to be able to see what other people are doing with their cars. What I realize is not everyone is going for the crazy builds, because I guess a lot of people who own the FRSs or tuner cars in general, it could still be their daily drivers, you know. Not everybody is like me, where I have like 2-3 different tuner cars, and they're not even for daily driving, they're just for leisure driving. So I get to drive it like maybe once every couple weeks. I mean, that's not much, right? So, you know, it's like that. It's like that, really. So let's go see what's going on here. Yeah, so that was cool what they did.